Welcome to the Reality Check podcast, the podcast for real people with real experiences. I'm your host, Aiden Lennon from Pompano Beach High School. We are here live at FSPA States in Orlando, located at the beautiful Wyndham Resort. Every music lover's dream is to be able to see their favorite musician live in concert. Unfortunately, COVID shut down concerts for a couple of years, but now they are as big as they've ever been, and each performance has a story of their own. Music ranges from all genres for all types of different listeners. From cost to locations, listeners have their preferences. But first, let's discover some people's favorite concerts they've attended. Hello, and who am I here with?
I'm Asia Bennett.
And where are you from?
Fort Lauderdale.
What has been your favorite concert you've ever attended?
Definitely the Eras Tour with Taylor Swift.
What do you think made the Eras Tour so popular among fans?
I think mainly because TikTok, she's very popular on TikTok, and also the fact that she was incorporating all of her albums into this tour. A lot of people were excited to see songs that they haven't seen in years live.
What has been your favorite memory since the Eras Tour?
My parents, being there with my parents and just being able to see the stage, the lights, being up close was just so memorable.
Do you think the popularity among fans in her tour had anything to do with COVID-19 shutting down all the concerts?
Yes, I'm sure that before COVID, there weren't as many fans who would flock to see Taylor Swift immediately and buy tickets the way they did. But with COVID, it kind of gave people time to listen to her music and fall in love with it again.
Now, where did you see the Taylor Swift tour?
I saw it in Tampa on Saturday, April 15th.
Hello, and who am I here with?
Bryn Marks.
And where are you from?
I'm from Longwood with One School of the Arts and Sciences.
What has been the favorite concert you've ever attended?
Okay, it was probably Billie Eilish back in 2020, which was the day before quarantine.
Now, during this time of quarantine, how do you feel these artists were affected?
I could definitely see around that time, since I was in 8th grade and quarantine was just spiking up, there was a lot less people coming to her concerts than I was seeing on the internet. So that may have been one of the ways that she was affected, as well as her tour dates were all canceled after.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, and if you remember, how much did your ticket cost during this time?
Ooh, so I got it as a birthday gift, so I don't quite know, but I could probably say maybe a little over $100. We were right by the pit, so.
Now, after quarantine was lifted, how do you think these fans were eager to attend these concerts?
Oh, I'm pretty sure that everybody was definitely wanting to get back to the normal concert venues, and granted, since the prices did go up, that may have scaled down the attendance a little bit, but I am seeing a lot everywhere on TikTok and Instagram and things like that, that fans are willing to pay a lot of money to get back to their favorite artists.
Hello, and who am I here with?
Colin Mastal and Fabio Hernandez.
And where are you guys from?
Golf Breeze.
All right, now what has been your favorite concert you've been to?
I don't remember the bands, but it was at a little Mexican restaurant here. It's called La Cabana.
Bands were, it was just a lineup with local bands, and they did it at like a Veterans Legion kind of thing. It was pretty sick.
Now, would you consider these quote unquote like mosh pits almost?
No, yeah, they were.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Okay. Now, what do you think is a common misconception about these?
I don't know. They kind of look goofy from the outside. Like, they look kind of like they're not fun, but they are.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. I'd say like they're more fun than you think.
Is there a price for these, or is it free to attend?
It depends on the venue itself. Like, some are like 10 to 15, and others are just completely free.
Yeah, I mean the experience more than pays for itself, so I guess it'll be free eventually.
Most of these artists are more local, and how do you think that going to these benefit these artists?
The tickets go to them at some of the venues, and that makes them more money, and they can like further like put their name out there.
Yeah, I mean, and if you just show up, I mean, you're encouraging them to show up even more. Like, if you show up, they show up, so it's kind of a trade-off.
What have been your favorite memories from these concerts?
I crowd surfed one time and I got knocked out another.
One time, the mosh pit went a little too hard, and they unplugged the audio system, and they had to restart it.
How far would you travel to support a band like these?
I think it depends. Like my favorite band, I would maybe like 100, 200 miles.
I'm a little less than that, maybe like 50 to 100 miles.
COVID, of course, shut down such crowded areas, and these obviously put a stop to these local bands who are trying to put a name for themselves. How do you think, since COVID lifted, how do you think these bands are readjusting to having a crowd?
I think just like perseverance, just kind of like working through it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take into account too, like all the people who were locked in, like lockdown, they're even more eager to get out and do mosh pits. So they probably took a nice boost.
And they had time to like make more music.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thank you so much for being here.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Are you in a band or anything?
No, I wish. Concerts tell stories and are meant to touch the audience emotionally. Thank you to all of the participants for telling their stories. It is truly amazing being able to hear different perspectives on concerts and these artists. These performances come in different forms, looks, and sounds. I'm Aiden Lennon. Thanks for keeping it real with me on the Reality Check podcast.